Shall we get started, Joseph? Okay? All right. Thank you so much. Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Vera. I am from UOB-SMU Asian Enterprise Institute. Thank you for joining us today at this webinar. I hope everyone is keeping well during this circuit breaker period. Today is a beautiful day. I'm looking out of my window right now. Okay, so very quickly, we'll get started. We are very happy to have with us today Joseph and Bill from Instant Replay, and we have here Bill's team as well. There are a few gentlemen with us. So in a very short moment, Joseph will share a little bit more about the SME Challenge, a program that's created by him and his team that actually helps SMEs like yourself to grow your business systematically. And thereafter, we will invite Bill in to share with us on how to do our own DIY video content for better engagement with our target audience. He is the man of today, okay? So let's wait for that to happen. But before we go into that, do allow me to share a little bit about our institute so that you will be you will know what we can do here to actually help you in terms of helping the business to grow, in terms of you helping the students to grow together and alongside. Okay, so allow me to do a very quick sharing. So yes, some health warning, okay, we'll be taking videos, we'll be taking some pictures after this. Today we have with us, let us see, now we have 87 participants, so we are really very happy. We have about 160 plus signups today, and in fact, we have to turn away quite a lot of people. So thank you for joining us despite everything. Okay, so now let me start. So UOB-SMU Asia Enterprise Institute. So you might be wondering why UOB, why SMU? So UOB is our major donor. We as in UOB and SMU started this entire initiative back in 2005. We are really an initiative by the industry for the industry. UOB being the major donor, they also took lead in the fundraising. They fundraise from SMEs like yourself, their clients, to start up this institute. So it is truly an institute by the industry for the industry. Our very existence is really to help you, SMEs, to grow and to help students to learn together and to grow together in this entire journey. Okay, so 2005 is our first tranche. We started back then. 2012 is our second tranche of the fundraising, and next year we are also going to fundraising. Do help us if you are able to help us, because it's really an initiative by everyone for everyone. Okay, so very quickly, let me go into the details into how we are here to help SMEs like ourselves. So basically, our core program, the SME Consulting Program, is a program that is designed to help businesses like you to solve business challenges, to solve business issues that you might have on hand. And on your own, you might not have the right resources to achieve all these things. So how do we help? We help by forming student team to come in to assist you to address all these issues. So basically, we have 3 different types of small mini programs that we can come in to assist you. The 2 programs on the top, the business capstone and the accounting analytics capstone, these are the 2 programs that we collaborate with our schools. Business capstone is a collaboration with our School of Business, and accounting analytics capstone is our collaboration with our School of Accountancy. Basically, these are classroom projects. We identify suitable projects, suitable problem statements, and we bring your project into the classroom so that students can actually work on your programs cohesively. And these 2 programs, they are the students are being guided and supervised by the professors, by the lecturers themselves. There are many folds of benefits from this program. From the Business Capstone program, it is an entire class of 40 students working on one company's problem statement. So you can imagine at any one point in time, you will get about 6 to 8 different types of business ideas or business strategies that enable you to grow as a company. For the Accounting Analytics Capstone program, it is a program whereby it's very data-driven. So now accountants, they are moving away from just looking at past information, but in fact, they are actually looking at predictive analysis. They are doing forecasting. And a lot of the times, companies are actually looking at sales dashboard to allow them to have a full one-glance view of what is happening within the company in terms of financials, in terms of predictions, in terms of forecasting. So this is the program whereby you can come in and get students to develop such model for you. Okay, so these are the two programs that we work with the schools. And the other one that I would like to bring your attention to will be our bite-sized consulting project. And this is the project that is from our institute and been with us since 2005 till now. Under this bite-sized consulting projects, a team of 3 students will work on your project. We identify a problem statement, and this team of 3, under the guidance of a project advisor who is usually a professional from outside of SMU. He or she is typically a subject matter expert, if not an industry practitioner. What we want is really to make your project as real life as possible. We want to bridge the learning gaps where students are very equipped with the latest trendings, the latest know-how, frameworks, modeling, but what they actually lack of is with the real-life experience. And hoping we hope that project advisors will be able to guide them in this aspect by bridging the learnings from schools and then the application in real life. So there are various different types of projects that we can derive from here. Today, I have actually prepared a very one case study that I'm able to showcase with you. It is one of our implementation projects, and we have obtained the permission from the company to publish this project. To give you an assurance, all our projects, we sign non-disclosure agreement with all the participating companies as well as the students on board. So we will keep your data, keep the information given to us in confidence. Okay, so let me move on to the case study. So, okay, Beauty Collection International, you can actually Google about them. They are a local business in skincare slimming products, and they are actually very much focused on overseas. Their products are actually marketed to more than 15 countries through a network of exclusive distributors and online sales. So they recognize the importance to have very strong sustainable online presence with very focused marketing strategies. So when they came to us, they have these objectives in mind. The objectives is really to improve their online presence, to better align their market strategies, to boost their online sales, as well as to support their distributors more effectively and more efficiently. So at that point in time when they approached us, they had various websites to cater to different countries, resellers, distributors, and they have focused on different types of products. So when the project started, the team actually helped them to tighten the various websites to have a more cohesive look, more organized look, and help focus their products featuring on those products that is helping them to have the most sales incoming. Okay, so this is basically what the students have actually done for them. This is under our implementation related kind of project, meaning students really, besides just doing research work, they go in actual real life implementation. They look at the avenues of their online presence, Insta, Facebook, their website, and the sales channels or marketing channels. They find through their activities. Students actually did photo shoots of their products, uploaded videos, uploaded photos, and even came out with all the various social media campaigns. And from the testings, from the iterations, they are able to help the companies to make better improvements. You can read more about this case study on our website. After this session, feel free to visit our website to actually have more information on this project itself, as well as other projects that we have actually done and published. Okay, and if you are interested, feel free to approach us. Leave us a message on the chat site, or if not, later we'll be showcasing to you our contact details. You can actually look for us, and we can have a deeper chat from there. Okay, so just some results to shout about. So to date, for the past, we have been operating for the past 16 years. So we have about 600 plus projects, and we have touched the lives of the number of companies and students. So besides the consulting program, we also have a learning portal, which is the one that I just shared. You can go to our website, our portal, to have a look at the bulletins, the short chat series, which is a video series that we have with the SME bosses. We do all this is we are hoping that we would be able to inspire you to do something for your company through the sharing by these companies. We hope you'll be very inspired to do something similar or even more. Okay. And SME Development Series is a series like this, whereby we bring to you webinars. We work with speakers like Joseph, Bill, to help us to present thoughts to you in order to also inspire you in this entire learning journey. Okay, Ask Our Experts is one of our latest feature on our SME Learning Portal. Basically, we have lined up these number of experts in our panel. Especially during right now, you might have certain burning questions like during this circuit breaker, how to do better, or now you have more time on hand, so you can actually quieten down to do certain plannings ahead. And while doing planning, you have some burning questions. Feel free to send in your questions to these experts, these professionals. They will be more than happy to help you to answer some of your queries that you might have. Okay, please take note of our contact details. Do a snapshot, do a screenshot of this page. I hope you'll find this information useful, and I hope to speak to some of you very soon. Okay, so now enough from me. I shall hand over the mic to Joseph, who will share more about the SME challenge. Thank you, Joseph. You can take over my screen.
Because Joseph.
Let me share screen with you. Move on, yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Wonderful. Good morning, everybody. My name is Joseph. And before I start, I want to thank UOB-SMU AEI for their great support for the SME Challenge. Thank you so much. Today, my sharing is what is the SME Challenge and how you can leverage it to grow your business. In short, it's a business accelerator program. Okay, it's designed to help SME grow your business, and we call it the STAR SME program. That's because it covers 4 things. All right, number 1, we help you grow your sales, train your people, implement your business plan, and give you resources to grow your business. Now, how can we help you? So let's look at the 4 module itself. For sales, right, we actually conduct 4 different type of training to help you engage with your audience better. Number 1, we have a lead generation training so that you learn how to prospect better using tools like LinkedIn. We have a business referral training where you are able to learn how to get good referral from your customer and contacts. And we have a 3-step formula on how you can effectively present. All right, so these are 3 trainings we give to help you improve the way you connect with your prospect and customers. And we also have a mastermind group where you can learn, network, connect, and refer business to one another. Second thing is training to boost productivity. We do this by building your team's ABC, and that is the ability, business skills, and competencies. We use a blended learning approach to do it. That means it comprises of offline and online learning. Third thing is business plan implementation. When you join the SME Challenge, we will work with you and review your business together and look at how we can implement some new initiative to grow your business. And fourthly, resources to grow your business. So we have a lot of resources to help you. And one of them is, for example, a CRM program that you can tap on to just streamline the way you do your sales management. Okay, so these are the 4 things you do. And when you join the SME Challenge, you get access to them and it will help you grow your business. Now, in brief, it's a little bit like going to a Japanese restaurant. Okay, after you join the challenge, you go in, you can actually pick and choose what you want, the modules you need to grow your business itself. We do this because every business have their own requirement, their own needs. So after the business plan training, we will go into a individual training and engagement. Okay, so I'll end my presentation, short and sweet. I invite you to find out more about the SME Challenge right now. Take a picture of the QR code. You just have a 7-question option to just tell us your needs better so that we can find a way to help you in your business growth journey. So if you if you can, just take a snapshot of this link right now. So far, so good. Yeah. So what you'll find is when you register, right, we understand who you are, what you do, and your needs better, and then we will call you up to engage and let you know what are the programs you can join. Right now, COVID-19 does affect things a little bit because we are doing things mainly via online. Before this, we actually have a lot of live training and events. Yeah. So that's all for my sharing today. Short and sweet.
All right, so sorry. Just an announcement to make. Sorry, John and Hafiz, I've actually sent you a chat, so you could probably have a look at it. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so next up, Bill, it's your turn. Now the stage is yours. Please continue. Thank you.
Okay, in the next 40 minutes, I'll be sharing with you some useful tips, techniques, and secrets that even some seasoned videographers, producers, and marketers are not doing. Today, I'm here to present to you a simple way to make your first DIY videos for marketing your business, your product, or yourself. But before we begin, may I have your permission or cooperation to put some energy and fun, a little bit of fun to this webinar? Is it all right?
Yeah.
Show me a thumbs up. Yep, good. Okay, today you are the director and I'll be your actor. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay, with just these three little words in a movie set, the show will begin. So together, let's hear it from you. Ready? Lights, camera, action! Yes, good morning. My name is Bill, and today I have with me my colleagues, Salvam, Hafiz, and John. We are from Instant Replay Productions. And Instant Replay, we help customers to produce videos for the last 29 years. This year, come July, we will officially be 30 years young. Without further ado, let's start to make things easier to learn. And I come up with this three little acronym. Okay? With the first one is that I want you to concentrate on the slides and I'll be explaining to you. So it's your first video and I want to make it fun. And with these three acronyms, I will start the ball rolling. Now the first F is about the fundamentals. I'll be showing you some fundamentals of how a process of a video production goes so that you can understand and how you can actually apply it to your own videos. The second F that I would like to share with you is to be a finisher. I want you to be a finisher because I don't want you to leave the webinar and then just put it aside and say, wow, that was, and then you do nothing about it. I want you to fix a schedule and you stick to it and get your video done. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The next F about focusing on the first 5 seconds. So your video has to be careful, when you focus on the first 5 seconds. If you are watching YouTube, you'll notice that people like to skip, if something that is not going to be worth your while on that. So the next U, before you start shooting, I want you to understand and craft your USP. What I'm talking here is about your unique selling proposition, which is a part of your marketing strategy in all your whichever marketing communication. Yeah? Okay. So maybe I will just share with you in terms of USP to deviate a little bit. So here's one good example that you can see from the screen. A simple fill in the blanks and it's all done for you. Okay. Somebody's coming in. This simple.
Sorry, Bill.
Yeah, it's
I
all
think
right.
there was some more people that's trying to come in because I do receive some emails, so might need your help to.
Yeah, the moment
So
it pops up, I can. It's okay. I think we are very glad that they even join us at this moment. So let me just go back to the fill in blanks. So you can see from the screen, this is a very good simple example that you can use. Okay. Okay, so here's an example I fill up. I'll read out to you. Our new health supplements help business executives who have little time to exercise but who wants to stay healthy, slim and fit by providing vitamins A, B, C and D where you need most. It comes in a convenient travel pack to take it anywhere. So something like that, it could be used as one of your USP. So the other end is that you need to know and do it right. Now, in the video production, there are many times that these things keep cropping up. People doesn't understand the the copyright issues. Doesn't mean that it is freely that you can copy from the Google images or the music that you found on the internet, and you can use them. So be very mindful of that, because you can get into big trouble. For example, there was a videographer back in a couple of years ago. He did a video and then he used some pop songs, pop music, just to put the introduction in the video itself. And mind you, he was slapped with a fine of $3,000. There was no warning, and it's just gone like that, you know. So just be mindful and be careful. I want you to know that this is something that it's no joke. Please know your rights and do it right. One of the end that I like to share is always about networking. When you have the video done up, it's good to share with your marketing videos so that you get supporters, your network, that will help you to spread the words around. Yep. And the last friendly advice is never give up. Never give up. This is just a friendly advice. I want when you finish watching this video, or rather this webinar, and start making your video, and don't give up. All right? Okay, so let's start with the process in making a video. It will help you to understand and then craft your video. First of all, there is a pre-production. That's the stage. The second stage is production. I'll go more deeper in that. Post-production, and then the delivery. So the workflow goes this way. From the pre-production, we do the research, we start scripting out, then we get it storyboarded, review and refine, get it produced, and then after you have do the production, you go into the post-production where you put the videos all together, and then you preview and refine, then you deliver. So this is a very standard stage that we do with our clients. Yep. So now what does that mean to you? So here I'm going to share with you pre-production state, that you determine the key message for your video, right? And you research and gather the materials that you need to produce. You start conceptualizing. You probably want to watch other people's video that are of similar topics that you are sharing, and then you might start to come up with more ideas yourself, and then conceptualize it. You start preparing your AV script, and then you start preparing the resources to start your video. Usually I would say start with the 5 M's. What are the 5 M's? The 5 M's in any production or any work that you need to do is, the first M is about your manpower, your material, your method that you're going to use, the machines that you're going to use, and the last one is about money. You got to have a budget. You can't do anything without the budget, right? So these are the 5 M's. Let me repeat again. It starts with the manpower. It might be just yourself. Then you have the materials, then the machine. Yep. Then you need to have the method. What are the methods that you're going to do? And then the last one is money. Okay? All right, this is an example of an AV script I show you on the screen here. What we do is that on the AV script, if something goes like that, you can just divide a column to 2, and then you start writing out what you want and what you want to see, what we want the people to see on the right hand side here. So this is called an AV script, or a video script that is usually what we do. and this is a storyboard. You can even draw stickman so that you can kind of like get a good idea of how you are going to present your videos. Even though that you might be just doing it yourself and no one's going to help you, but it will help you to visualize the whole video before you actually start pressing the video. Okay, so in the production, we gather the project team, we brief them, we scout for a recce the place that you're going to use. It could be your office, it could be your home, it could be anywhere, but I think you either think of now for this circuit breaker, it's either the kitchen, the toilet, or the bedroom that you're going to use. Yep, so vary it a little bit, and then you can focus and schedule a filming date. So usually we use a Gantt chart so that the client or yourself can actually mark down where at which stage and you can go. And maybe you need actors and artists, the wardrobe, the kind of clothing that you probably will need. And then, yeah, I messed up the checklist again. So here is it. Start with the manpower, machine, method, material, and money. Okay, so for the post-production, what do you mean by that? Is that when we have start here gathering, we will actually go and transfer the video itself, the raw footage, into the editing machines. The footage are placed on the editing timeline, and then voiceover. Let me just show you. The second part, remember the footage where I said you place them in the edit. So you can start by putting, your visuals on the first screen, second screen, third screen, and so forth. So later on, you will get a chance to see how actually I edit. I'm going to be showing you a hands-on of how I'm going to edit the video itself. Right? And then you add the voiceover, the graphics, the animations, and stock footage, library music, and so forth. And there you will have your DIY marketing video. Okay? Now, so far, so good, everyone? Am I going too fast? Yeah? Okay. All right. So I'm going to touch next is about the rudiment of the video content. The first one is, I mentioned before, you have to define and refine your audience first. Who are you really reaching out to? Be specific about it. When you are specific, you are leaving out a lot of details, and sometimes you don't want to, but the worst thing is that if you put too many details in your video, and then it gets a little bit more disappointing. So being specific is terrific, I would say. Second is that you tell a great story by making an emotional connection. The video doesn't connect unless they can see your face, they can connect you emotionally, and that's very, very important. And for video, it's always about a very visual and oral thing. People will connect with you. There are things that you can do, unlike having it on a book or any other materials. For a video, you probably not necessarily be talking about it, but you can show it. You can show it. So this is the advantage when you are talking about video. It's a logical experience actually to engage your audience. Okay, so video is particularly effective when you need to showcase the more intangible benefits of a product. Now imagine you're trying to promote a perfume solely on the merits of the particular fragrance. You couldn't, right? How could they be able to smell it? So you sell the perfume by creating imagery that suggests the promise of the video. So sometimes if you watch TV ads or any other advertisements about certain things, they are not really talking about their product. They are actually creating those emotional and visuals to let you engage and imagine. So this is a very big advantage of having a video in your presentation or in anything that you want to use it as a marketing tool. Now, when you're coming to videos, your customer is the focus. Now, what I mean by that is that the customers really don't care matters. There are more important things is that the corporate videos, what happened today is that they tend to be speaking about themselves. They should be putting, they'll be talking about their product. They're talking about their benefits of the product. More importantly, you should be putting yourself in the shoes of your customer. What do they care about? What are their problems? The position, then you position your company as the obvious and unique solution to those specific problems. Give the people watching your videos something they can relate to, something that let them see themselves in your video. Now, next, you can share what you believe, not just what you do. Today, a high level of transparency is expected in business. This is new for most companies. Getting people's attention is just the first step. Somewhere along the buying cycle, you're likely going to have to give up a bit more of yourself than you would like. What do you believe? What are your core values? Why should I care about you when I have a huge number of undifferentiated options in front of me? This never really used to matter. Today, it does. Okay, the next segment, we'll talk about lights, camera, and action. Where's my clapboard? Okay. Lights, camera, action. Okay. Yeah. You know, when it comes to be on the camera, some people are extrovert. They are really easy, you know. When you put them in front of the camera, they can be talking. I'm an introvert, frankly, so sometimes it's a bit difficult. But there are a few things that you can actually get yourself be able to smile on the camera. Yeah. So this is what you will be. It can be quite intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. So this is 4 action steps that you can be doing. So these are the 4 steps. All right. Develop, script, look at the best, edit or not to edit, upload, and optimize. So I'm going to show you the first action step that you could do. Yes, you first of all, if you want to get your nervousness out of the way, you probably want to prepare a script. But when I say preparing a script, use a script. You can put it in front of you, use a cut like that in front of you. Some people, I will share with you how practical it is when I'll be showing you in a short while during the demonstration. Now, you prepare a script by having a detailed outline about the bullet points. You need not be filling up the whole thing. And like I said earlier, the first 5 seconds is crucial. It's called, in a video production, we call it the hook. The moment you watch the video, you get the hook and you want to continue further. And this, who are the experts? The soap operas that goes out to, you know, the Korean movies and all that. Yeah, when you first watch it, or those Hollywood movies that the whodunit, that kind of thing, the first, you will probably see the murder scene, and then you can see a cat witnessing the thing and running off, and you kind of like get hooked, and what you want to know, it really happens and it continues. So the first 5 seconds, it applies to your video as well. You can use the marketing idea of principles of the AIDA, which is getting the attention, the interest, the desire, then the action. You get them to act on it. So the attention that I started off this webinar, can you remember? Lights, camera, action. Yeah, everybody was like, yeah, what's this guy doing, you know? So anyway, so let's go on to the action step number 2, is that when you come to be in front of the camera, try to look your best on camera. True enough, sometimes you say, I can be very casual, I can be like, you know, wearing the turtleneck just like Steve Jobs and all that, but face it, you're not Steve Jobs, you're not. So anyway, put on a best. Sometimes I would suggest to people to wear 1 notch up that you usually. So when we are filming, let's say the CEO of a company, we will always tell them, don't just put on your shirt and tie, put on your coat, you know, in front of the camera. It will looks more presentable because it's going to be recorded on the video and it's going to be shared many, many times. Yep. So look your best on the camera. The second, before that, can I go back? Yeah, for the ladies, you probably would want to put on a bit of makeup. It would help to enhance your video as well. Before I forget, there's a tip, like sometimes even the kind of clothing. Look at this lady here. She's wearing stripe. It's okay, the thick stripe is okay, but the moment you have very fine stripes or fine polka dots, then you have a bit of problem, because when you upload the videos, sometimes, especially on TV, there will be interlacing and cause a lot of, like, you know, some dancing visuals on your shirt and things like that. So take note of that. Yeah, avoid, best is to have plain colors rather than have polka dots and thin stripes. Okay, come to the third part here. It's about whether should you be editing or not to edit. Now, this step is completely optional. When you come to shooting a video, it's really optional. Sometimes editing your videos is a necessity to remove the long pauses, and other times it increases your production value. However, video platforms such as Facebook Live, Snapchat, Instagram stories are increasing in popularity, which means audience are gravitating towards the natural, raw, and uncut look video. Yeah? But if you do prefer to edit your videos, video beginners should start with iMovie if you're on a Mac, or Windows Movie Maker if you're on a PC. When you're editing, you might find that there are many areas you need to cut out. A great way to cover up your edit is also by using additional footage. Otherwise, we call it the B-rolls or the cutaways. I'll be showing you in a short while, bear with me, and take those additional footage in the series to be part of your video, and then you can place them over the cuts to make them less noticeable. One more thing about inside the video itself is about the video zone. Video zone, maybe I'll come back to that a little while. Yep. Okay, and then the fourth step is to upload and optimize your search. So these are the 4 steps that you probably want to go. And you can use Google Keywords Planner. You just go and find, Google it, keyword planners, then use them as a tag and put that in the title or in the tag there. Just add all those words inside, which actually help you to gain more popularity or gain more people. But don't expect the moment you are uploading your videos, you expect a lot of people to come searching on your videos. Not quite. If you see on the YouTube itself, there are tons and tons of video, and you can put yours and you say, so, hey, how come mine only got like 20 search or people clicking on it? Don't worry, it takes time. But I think the one step that you can understand is that the moment you put it up there, it's very easy for you to show to your prospects the moment you meet them or you want them to, especially now on the offline, on the working from home, you can actually send them a video and explain to them your product or the marketing services that you have. So video is again something that you can really, although there's not going to be a lot of people searching your video out on the YouTube, but it's a very useful marketing tool for you. Okay, come to that. Now I will be on the next step, which is the hands-on. Okay, so what I will be sharing with you is to shoot the video. Now, are you ready? Yeah, Joseph, you ready? Okay, so let's shoot a video DIY. Now, there's a few methods that are listed here. If you have a video camera, that's good. You can use a video camera. if you have a DSLR camera like this, yeah, you can use a DSLR camera and shoot your video. Yeah, so this, or you can even use your laptop or PC using the webcam in front of you to make the video. Yeah, you can shoot a video through your webcam, record it, and edit it either on your laptop or PC, and also iPad. Now, using iPad is another way of you can take your own videos and upload onto YouTube or other medias, or you can send it as a marketing video. So let me share with you a quick one. For example, the iPad, if you cannot remember the script just now I was talking about, feeling very nervous, iPad has something like this called like a teleprompter. So what happened is that with the teleprompter, I can look at the screen, all right? I can look at the screen, and then with the words are there, they can actually be scrolling and recording at the same time to help you read better or present better, making your videos. And the next one would be a smartphone, which is, I highlighted it because today we're going to shoot the video using your handphone, your smartphone. Okay, I don't know what's your brand, but doesn't matter. I have a Samsung here with me, but it's more important that you know the basic the steps that are going. So it's a very generic step that I'll be sharing. It applies later on for the editing part, and likewise for even when you're doing the shoot. Okay, so when you are going to shoot on the video, these are the tips that I want you to be taking note of. The first one is that don't shoot your videos vertically. Don't shoot it by holding it vertically this way, okay? Unless you are shooting it mainly maybe for certain use that requires you to upload that video. Otherwise, your video tends to be, very narrowed out. Some sites might allow you to have that. For instance, the Instagram. Okay, the other thing is to take note is that you got to set your camera right first. In the camera phone, if we go to the camera setting, there are things like when it comes to the video, or you turn on your camera, your video camera. When you turn on the video camera, and then you can actually go to the video setting and put the setting at the highest or the mid-range of the resolution that you probably can set. The counterpart is that if you set it too low, then your visuals, when you come to editing part or even to upload it, it looks rather a little bit fuzzy. The other thing is if you have your videos done up on a high quality, then when you put into the edit, you can actually bring it down a little if you want to. Okay, the downside is that when you set it very high, then you need space, right? So if you want quality, you got to compromise in terms of the space. So take note of that. Unless you are going to shoot it and save it in a SD card, a micro SD card, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, the next one is that when you are shooting a video from your smartphone, I would suggest that you have a very stable support. For instance, if I were to shoot, you can either use a tripod. Yeah, use a tripod, a three-legged tripod. Yeah, this is one. And then you could either use for me, like a monopod. In this case, it's just a selfie stick. Yeah, it's a selfie stick. But the thing is that my selfie stick, I added a strong base because this selfie stick doesn't come with the legs like that. But I bought one that's a metal instead of plastic, and I attached to it so that it can actually rest on the ground and be a stable support for you, for your camera, for your smartphone to be recording your video. So use that selfie stick. If not, there are many other tools. And what if you do not have a tripod or a monopod or a thing? Hey, what happened? Where am? Okay, something. Okay, so what if you do not have the tripod or support? So what I do is that, assuming that you are taking a video inside a bus, okay, so there are railings. I like to push my hand on the railing itself, then you get a very stable shoot. Okay, so for example, if you are on a table or you're leaning against a wall, push yourself against the wall, or the arm, push the arm on the wall so that it gets another very steady shot when you're doing the shoot. Yep. So these are tips. Rather than you're trying to shoot a video this way, no matter how steady you are, it's going to be turn out very fuzzy and, you know, very unprofessional. All right. The other one is avoid digital zoom. If your camera has a digital zoom during your shoot, try to avoid using digital zoom. It's good for photos, but when it comes to video, it's not a really good idea. Pay attention to the lightings, because the lightings are very important or very key in terms of producing a good video. So if you are at home right now and you need to shoot a video, perhaps you will probably want to go closer to the window. You will get natural lights, and that would help you to better light up your face or the subject that you are going to take. Okay, and of course your audio plays a very important part as well in your video. So yeah, those are the few steps that I think it's very important for right now that you're going to do. So with that, like I said, I'm going to show you, basically this is already how you're going to do the video itself. Okay. Oh, did I miss that step? Yeah, the last part, there's a little bit of tip down here. Some people don't use that. So I was asking one of the ladies before and say, how did you put up your social media video and you could talk and talk and talk, like, you know, it's so confident in your script itself. So she says, somebody told her that you actually stick a piece of paper or a card like that with a script. Yeah, stick it to the side of the camera, and then you can read off this way. But we can't do that in a professional, because your eyes tend to be, the audience can see that your eyes is actually looking at something else. Yeah. So when you happen to do that, so people will feel, hey, this guy is actually reading off a card or a piece of paper there. So it looks kind of like not so professional, right? However, that's a trick. This is another secret that I would like to share with you. You can read this way, yeah, as if you're look at my camera. So I'm reading here, but I can take another shot of another person, which is the person will be just looking again on the side this way, and he's going to, nodding. We call it a noddy. So when you do that, then when it comes to editing, we can put it together that when she is talking or he is talking this way, another person on the other side, you can in between insert the video of the person nodding his head this way. Got it? Yep. So this is another trick you can do. All right, we come to the editing. For the editing part, in the industry, there are some examples that the video production houses use, such as Adobe Premiere, Autodesk Smoke, Avid Media Composer, DaVinci Resolve. Some more people coming in. Sorry. I was yeah, and these are the few professional standards of video software that the people use. So let's edit. You can use iMovie, that's now I mentioned, or Movie Maker. There are many apps that are free, mostly free, on your handphone, on your iPad, on a PC. You will come across, they are free, but Not quite. The free is always never free. So be careful, because the moment you goes in, the free part is that you will need to purchase it, or it's a trial, or to continue the next moment that you want to take the next steps to the editing itself. So this is what happened. But today I have stumbled across one editing software. It is not a fantastic thing, but I think it's good enough, and I kind of like it. So it's called Filmora. Okay. Oh, I missed out this here, this part here. Sometimes on your handphone, like in this case, if you check out your own handphone, it be it in any model and things like that. For me, I'm using the Samsung, and in the Samsung, there are already built-in apps that actually can allow you to do simple edits. Well, you can do that on the go. I like that. I like to use apps that are on the handphone, edit the video, and just move it out. So okay, so Filmora is the one that I'll be showing you for demonstration. So these are examples of some that you can actually see on the, when you go to Facebook, Instagram, and all that. They will be popping up to you things like InShot videos, Video Z, Studio Planet, etc., etc. So again, you might check them out, and you might want to consider getting any of it. Usually they range from, I don't know, 50, 60 US dollars to hundreds of dollars. But if you're talking about the professional standard, then we are spending like thousands of dollars for the editing, and they are subscription based, mind you. Okay, so I'm just going to go to stop sharing now for a moment before I load up the next one, which is actually the Filmora. Okay, I'm going to share with you. Okay, once I boot up the Filmora, this is what happened. I'm going to go a little bit quick, but the basics still apply to any editing software that you will be using. It can be, so watch out for the basic. Once I boot up this Filmora, on the top left hand side or the top corner here, it will be asking you for the media to add in. Okay, so the media that you import in. So I've already imported the first one, and I'm going to import show you how it's going to be done. So I'm on the media tab here, right? You can see, can you see the screen? Yep, Joseph, can you see? Yep. Okay, so from the media side, I just have to right click, so right click and import. So I probably want to import a, let's say a mid shot. Okay, I got the next one. I right click again, I can import a close up, and right click, import a switch pan. Okay, what is a switch pan? Basically, I just hold my handphone and I just go this way. I swing it about, so it gives me a effect that I can use later on. So then I drop down by after I put that in, I pull the first video and just drop it on the timeline. I'm going to show you the second one now, which is the mid shot. So if I do the mid shot, I pull it down. Okay, before I pull down, this will allow me to just scroll it through. Okay, scroll it through up. Okay, up to a point. Let's say up to a point where here, that I want to continue from here and drop in my mid shot. Okay, here, and then I can select this footage. Now I'm on this, watch my cursor, I can just drop it or cut it here and delete off and take this footage to wherever I want to position it. So for example, if I'm okay, so if I want to show the part where this, okay, here, okay, here, where am I? Okay, if I select here, and then I want to continue, I put in my cut on here, it jumps from here and go to a mid shot. and then come back. Okay, so here up to here, I might want to cut it off. So all I need to do is click this scissors here, click it, select it, and delete off. Press the delete button on your keyboard. That's it. Got it, Joseph? Yep. Yeah. So this is how it goes for your editing. So you got that part? So we are almost very important part here. This button here, it's the part that you need to render. Sometimes when you see a red line, it means that you need to render the video. Maybe you put an effect on it. For example, if I put an effect on one of it, or an element. Let's put an element of his one to put on top of here. Okay, so can see the element there? I add a certain element there. Yep. So this element, then I will need to render it by clicking this button here to render out the whole thing itself. So once you have rendered the whole thing itself, you can see the red line down here that is not rendered. So the moment I render it, then I can export it out. So I'm not going to render it now. There's still people coming in. Okay, and you can see from the little microphone here, if I click on it, I can also import and record. I can record down here, and it straight away record and save the file. It will put on your media selection here, and you can just drop it below and do it. Got it? Yeah. So these are the features that are available in that sense. So the last part is that when you are exporting the video, I said export. I go to the upper part here, export or create video. The moment I say create video, yes, it will come to a screen. In fact, actually, it's not the screen that they're going to show. Is actually, yeah, it's actually this screen. So if you have not, you need to pay either the free plan, but they will have a watermark there, or you can consider buying an annual plan or lifetime usage. But if you click on this one, they're going to charge you $9.99 every month. So I did not click on the last part here. I just use the yeah. So this is what happens. Okay. So anyway, that's my demonstration for the export and getting the edit out in the video itself. So that's about it. I think the first part I missed out. Just now, remember I was telling you about the resolution, very important, and also about the safe. You know, there is always an action safe border. If you are placing any text in your video, make sure that it's always within a video safe. How do you know that? There are buttons that tells you that. Okay, for example, I said view, or when there are tools that actually tells you where is the video safe. They will put a line down there so that any of your text should not be outside of the border. Okay? Yeah. So that's it. I have demonstrated to you how actually a video editing could be done yourself in that manner. So I probably am done. Joseph? Yep. I think I can get back to either Joseph or...
Yes. Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Bill. Thank you very much. Okay. Now we are actually into the Q&A session. Okay. If I may just allow me to share my screen. Give me a minute. All right. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so thank you so much, Bill. Okay, just now there were some questions that's actually from the crowd. Okay, maybe, and I've already picked it up, so maybe I can just share with you. Okay, okay, there is actually one question from the Mr. Andy Hoon. He actually asked about tips on putting out subtitles. Because putting out subtitles can be quite tedious. So he would like to ask you if there's any tips to make it easier.
Okay. It's yes, editing is always a very tedious task. You know, if you talk about, that's why, you know, this, when the people understand, then when it comes to production and the post-production part, if you're filming on something, it will really take, like, if you are filming one day, you probably need 3-4 days to do just an edit. So by putting subtitles is quite a tedious process. Of course, you can actually already have all your text or your scripts all on your Word file. Then you can copy, and during your title part, your subtitling part, if you are using the Flamero or any other software, you can just put the titles or the text below. You just copy, paste. Then you go to the next one, you copy again the subtitles, and go to the next one, you paste. This is one quick way that you can go about, a shorter way of when you come to putting subtitles. I also understand that from YouTube, nowadays they have been upgrading and evolving all the time. There is a function on the YouTube that allows you to click on a certain one of their apps, or inside the YouTube itself would actually do the subtitling by their algorithm. They will just do the subtitling for you, and then you can final check it before you actually upload the video itself, or rather watch it privately before you actually put it go on public. Yep.
Thank you, Bill. I hope it answers the question. Okay, there's another question from Andy as well, asking, what are some of the effective ways to do call to action in videos?
Okay. Calls to action usually is put on the last. I think usually it would be, you know, if you watch any advertisement, they are not shy about it. They says call now, you know. Yeah, they put their telephone number. These are the call to action type, very straight interface kind of thing, call to action. Especially on if you're putting your videos on the YouTube, then there is always a very good thing to put up a banner, tell them to subscribe, like, and share. So these are all the call to action that you can easily implement it immediately. Okay, so call to action are usually, again, depending on your product, your services, or things like that you want them to do. Just be direct to tell them, this is the number to call. Please call us. You know, we will help you. Yep.
All right, thank you so much, Bill. Okay, there's another question asking, what is the recommended maximum duration for videos?
Yeah, that's a good question. Now, videos, if you are trying out your first DIY video, I would suggest that you keep under a minute or 2, or even 3 minutes. It's very difficult to get attention if you're doing a very long video, unless, like I started in the beginning, the message is, or the topic and the message is ultra relevant to your participants or your viewers, because nobody's going to watch a 60 minutes video. But nowadays, I would tell you that a 60-minute videos are getting quite popular, because those videos that you're going to watch, either maybe it could be 25 minutes or 30 minutes. If it's some videos that are like from the TED Talk, I believe you are going to watch the whole thing through. Am I right? And it's not all TED Talks. The only subjects that are ultra relevant to you, then you will continue watching it, right? Otherwise, you would have skipped after the first 3 minutes or 5 minutes, and you will skip or stop. Am I right? So, having said that, corporate videos or marketing videos are very specific in terms of the audience. Do not try to address to everybody. Don't tell that my product or my services is for everyone. You know, that's not possible. The only industry that really addressed to everyone is, I would say, our Singapore government. It's very important that they reach out to everyone. So yeah, especially for the COVID-19 now, it's for everyone. Everyone stay home, obey the rule, wear your mask, you know, these are things that's for everyone. Other than that, any other marketing videos is always very specific. Yep.
All right, thank you. Okay, and sorry, there are a few more questions.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
Mr. Alan Eid has a question for you. He's asking which are the free and cost-effective sites to access video clips for incorporating into my own videos.
Effective what?
Free or cost-effective sites to access video clips.
Access his video clip.
Yes, correct.
I think
Okay.
you want to find free stock videos or
Yeah,
cheap ones.
probably.
Free stock videos. Okay,
Yeah.
free stock videos. I personally, because our company is we are a professional house that does videos. We don't really use free footages at all. Most of the time, we really paid for all the stock footages. So I really can't help you with that. You probably the fastest answer would be Google it. You can get, but again, be careful because, like I said, the copyright issue. There are some sites that tell you that the stock footage or the stock music that are free. However, there are many catches inside there. I would rather pay, them a fee if it's something that is useful. Otherwise, do not be expecting to get free clips on this stuff things. Anyway, it's not really up my alley on that. Yeah.
Sure. And there's another question from Mr. Kong. Okay, I discovered an app, Big Val, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, for incorporating my script onto the screen, so I look more natural while reading off the screen. Do you have any other platforms to recommend?
Oh yes, those are called teleprompter. I mentioned just now earlier. Those are called teleprompters.
Okay.
If you go to using your iPad, I did a search. There are teleprompters that are free. However, after certain usage, they would ask you to pay for it. The screen itself, the screen on the iPad would have the text, on the and your face inside there. So as you're reading off the text, your recording is actually your voice, your visuals at the same time, but you're actually reading off a screen. So this is exactly what the news reader every day if you watch the news, they seem so confident reading, but there's a piece of glass, there's an equipment in front, it's called a teleprompter. So I think nowadays it's so innovative, so a lot of game changers putting up apps that are able to do those teleprompting out there. So I think best answer, Google it. I don't have that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Phil. Okay,
Yeah.
I think we still have time for just 2 to 3 more questions. Okay, the another question posted by Mr. Tan. It says the sound recorded could be soft. What can we do?
Okay. If your sound is recorded soft, okay. Just now, if you are on that Filmora, there is a button where you look at the sound, and then you just right click using a right click on it. You will come up with options. What do you want to increase the sound and all that? Or on the other hand, on the bottom of your timeline, there's your video and your audio timeline, right? You can actually left click on your audio. It applies to many other editing software also. It will come out with the what you call audio gain. So you can adjust the sound up by increasing the number. It will start with 0. Then maybe you want to try with 5, 3 or 5. If not, you get higher. But the only thing is that it's going to amplify. If the background that you recorded is bad or a lot of ambience and noise, then it's going to amplify all those noise as well. Yep.
Right.
But if you want to increase it, yep, you can do by all means. If you talk about cleaning it, and it's a very big, tedious job, very expensive. I wouldn't recommend it. So from the start, when you record in a clear or good sound. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and just the second last question. Okay, most of the there's this question of most of us are using mobile in vertical position, but why is it not recommended to shoot video in vertical mode?
Okay, good question. So when you are watching TV, would you want to see, if you're watching on your TV or on the YouTube visuals, what will you see? 16 by 9, right?
Yeah.
Is it 16 by 9? That's the screen, right? So, but if you start taking a video this way, what will happen is that your visuals will become like that.
Yeah.
Okay? So the other part is be a black or nothing. So that's how your video will be end up. But if you are putting up that video this way and you shot it this vertical, you put into Instagram and some Snapchat, it's okay because their format is this square. It's called ratio of 1 to 1. Whereas our TV, YouTube, all are 16 by 9. The ratio is 16 by 9. So when you take a video with this landscape rather than vertical, your video will come out perfect. Picture perfect.
Okay. Thank you. And last question. Bill, any tips on shooting products with reflection?
What?
Any tips to shooting products with reflection? So probably,
reflection.
yes, correct.
Okay. It depends on the, okay, very good question. Products that are reflective, you probably want to position, or rather position yourself always not in the reflection, because you know your product is reflective. So you can either position yourself, if it's a very small product, then I can actually be quite distant away, or position it in such a way that I could actually be filming it, or maybe distract the viewers by adding other things that are in the visual itself. Reflecting products can be quite a big challenge for even professionals. Is there anyone that can answer that besides myself? Hafiz or John, you would like to answer that?
I'll try.
Okay.
So, light shooting is all about painting. Painting how you manage your light. So, more you add light, more problems that comes in, shadows, like so. Need to find an angle and play around the light. You might want to start with dark, then you can start adding light and see where your shadow fall, where your light falls. So it takes a lot of practice, experience. So you need to play around, find a nice area. You can use your natural light, you can use reflectors, you can use, we call it, for vanilla, we call it flags, black flags to cut on shadow, to cut on light. So you have to play around and see what's the best angle. Attenuate the video, the product. And what Bill Associate mentioned, you can add text, you can add other things to cover certain things to make it more visually attractive. People will not focus so much on those areas. So that's something things you can play around.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, thank you so
The question again is about what? How to enhance lighting?
No, it's when you are shooting on products that having a reflective surface.
Mhm.
They are reflective surface.
Okay, this is an industry secret. Are we willing to share this, Bill?
Please.
Sure, go
Okay.
ahead, John.
Well, one tip, okay. You would notice that, for example, if I shoot this, okay, let's say for a TV commercial, okay, you would see the lights bouncing, right? And that wouldn't look good. You know what a good technique is, which you can do at home? Since we're practically at home now, right? Most likely we all have candles, right? Yeah, you know what we can do? So behind the camera, what we can actually do is, if you have lights bouncing, right? What you can do is, you can rub this piece of candle on the glass surface, okay? You can see clearly that it wouldn't look good anymore, right? But on camera, the candle, the surface which has been rubbed by the candle wouldn't appear on camera. Instead, the light would bounce through it, okay? So that would create a better effect, okay, on the glass surface that you will be shooting, okay? Try it out. Keep it a secret, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, John. Don't worry, it will be
No
within
problem.
this room.
As soon as it's out, we have 76 or 100 people to to run.
Yeah, we will make sure they sign the confidentiality agreement as well. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for taking time for today's workshop. I hope it was insightful for you. And we have this workshops and events on a monthly basis, so do keep a lookout for our monthly events. And what I need you to do is I'll just need you to help us complete the online feedback form so that we're able to better improve our offerings for you next time. And if you have any queries or you have any further questions, please contact us at the email address that has yeah, so that's all. Thank you, everybody.